Hello. It's We Them Boys. We are back at it again, episode 3 of the freaking Kids Next Door podcast. But we only have Matt this time because Colin is presumed dead. We just, no, but
he has not responded to us on anything, on Discord, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on text. He has not answered any FaceTimes. He's gone, dude.
He's gone.
We don't know what's going on.
He might just join.
It's us this week. He might just join. If he does, then we'll include.
Crazy stuff. We got Matt though. You know, he's good. He's good enough.
I'm alright.
He's alright, but we gotta have the trio. Anyway, freaking first up on our talking session. I know we got this planned out. No, we're just gonna freaking wing it here. Let's just say, let's do nostalgia. Let's do nostalgia. Let's talk about nostalgia, shall we?
Let's talk about nostalgia. All right, bet.
For a while, one of the first games I've ever played in my life, actually probably the first game, is Lego Batman. And every time I look at it or play it, it's like it's like something different than just a Lego game to me. Like I look at other Lego games, totally different than Lego Batman. Mm-hmm. I was watching this guy speedrun it, and I was like skipping through the video, and I could name like every level or whatever boss was in that level. Pretty crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, about that game actually, like I vividly remember playing through that game when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with it. Like I loved that game. I remember like I think it was the first mission. You and Robin, and you go and you fight Clayface.
Yes.
I remember that, and I remember another mission where there's Harley Quinn and she's fucking flipping around.
Oh yeah,
oh my god, yeah. I just I love that game so much, and like whenever I watch that gameplay of that game or I play that game, I just you get like this feeling like, oh shit, this is that game. Oh, I loved it, man.
I have it on my Steam library, and I was thinking about like recording or like playing it through.
Remember the review you made for it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so our good old buddy Joe, Mr. Fabian Gaming, in this YouTube community.
Check him out, man.
Everyone, but he wrote a review a while back for Arkham City. Here, I'm just gonna pull it up here. But funny stuff. Yeah, but I played that game so much in my life.
City?
No, Arkham. Oh. No, not Arkham.
Lego
whatever. Lego Batman. Very good stuff. I loved it. I remember like some parts where me and my dad were playing. I wouldn't let Mia play. All right, here's his review for Arkham City. It was an amazing title which you play as Batman on the brink of failure. Despite all of it, you prevail and still kick ass. Or it was a bunch of heart emojis. And he says, when all hope is lost, just remember you are Batman. And I put that as my review for Lego Batman.
So, on the brink of failure.
Yeah. You still are very... That's funny. Anyway, so... yeah. Well, the brink of failure. That makes no sense. All right. But
what movies do you feel like you have nostalgia towards? Because for me, it's the X-Men movies and the Raimi movies, the Spiderman.
Yeah.
Every time I see this, I'm like, yes, they're flawed, but I like even Spider-Man 3. I'll admit that's a bad movie, but as a kid, that was my favorite movie.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is probably the most nostalgic for like a lot of people, just because that's when we were first old enough to like understand slightly. Even though I didn't pay attention to any movies until like 2016.
No, I watched the fucking fighting.
I watched for the fighting, but then I was watching and I understood a lot of it. Like when he hit Mary Jane, understood like, wow, that's come on, Spider-Man.
That's mean.
Yeah. Watching it over again when I was younger. That's probably the most nostalgic for a lot of people. Joe said this is his favorite. Like, for nostalgia, that's his favorite Spider-Man movie ever, but, like...
No, definitely.
Yeah,
nostalgia-wise, hell yeah. The first movie...
And I can respect it for that.
I feel like... Yeah, definitely. The first movie or movies that I feel like I started actually paying attention to the plot and saying if the movie was good or bad. Because usually if I went to see a movie as a kid, it was good. You know, it's, that's a good movie. It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. But when I started actually looking at movies and like forming my own opinion more on it when I was a kid, like actually saying like, oh, I thought this was good or bad, was I remember Transformers 4 walking out of it as like, well, I was decently young then, walking out of it being like, that wasn't good. I didn't like that. And then like I think like what you said, the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, I was like, it was all right. And I said that, and I was like, it's all right. Like when I was that age,
yeah,
you know, that's when I really started looking at movies like, oh. You know, like they're not all good.
I started doing that back in 2016 because, like, for some reason, I was really like, I was dumb, and I'd go to the movies a lot with like just either friends or just my dad, and I wouldn't pay attention whatsoever. I don't know why, I just wouldn't. And then I was just looking at the fight scenes, and then I go out and I'm like, that movie was awesome. Like Batman vs Superman. I was like, why did he blow up the place? It was like he was a bomber. The bomb was hidden in a chair.
Yeah.
And anyway, but it was like I wouldn't pay attention to the movie after Batman vs Superman. I think I started paying attention because I was like, damn, I should have known that. But yeah, very bad times. Very bad times. When I first came out of the Ninja Turtles, I don't even know what I thought, but I look back at it, today. It was pretty good movie. I really like it. It a lot. Like knowing this new cartoon that they're coming out with, like it really doesn't they're all the same character pretty much. Like
what's going on with this new cartoon? Like what's going on?
Okay,
with this
so I've been getting into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot lately. I don't know why. Yeah. Like I got the DLC for Injustice 2 today or the other day. Anyway, but this new cartoon, the old one wasn't doing good, because the jokes were bad and the story was bad, and I don't know. But it was like this new one, action scenes are awesome. Like it was all one. They're all like one cut, and it's like so action packed, like an anime fight scene. But like the story is like pretty much non-consistent, and they're all the same character. Like Raphael isn't like mean or anything. He's the party dude. Michelangelo, party dude. But that's his character. Donatello, a hint of smart, but like he's just a party dude, and then freaking Leonardo's just a party dude. Like they're all the same guy, and like I know they should all have some of that, but like they should all have like Raphael's the mean guy, he's the leader, the smart one, whatever. But that's some flaw. Like I watched the Nostalgia Critic guy. Anyway, I saw his review on the first. Yeah. Hello, that's everyone. I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it for you. You don't have to.
Oh, we love him.
We love this guy. We love that guy. He just has some like freaking odd pictures of himself that that are just funny to look at. Dude,
I pause the video at any moment.
Yeah,
and you can form a story around that image.
Yes. Oh my god, we need to do like something about that. Some like video. Anyway, but
we just watch from Nostalgia Critic videos and pause it.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
We watched this review on Homecoming.
And we fucking
yeah,
that would have been a really good video. That would have been a really good video.
Oh, that would have. Yo, that'd be a cool.
That would have been an amazing video.
Movie reviews. We should do. Anyway, back to thing. He was back to thing.
Things.
He was reviewing this new show, like the first episodes, and he says like it's like really good yet bad. Like you can't review it because like the action scenes are awesome, story's okay. There are actually pretty funny jokes there, but it's like it's not consistent or anything, and the villains are kind of trash and whatever. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that it does good because obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are aimed for kids, but like shows should. Like kids shows, I don't know. I'm not saying they should.
They should. Here's what they should do. They should do what they did from what's it called? With Harry Potter. It grows up with its audience.
Yes.
Like that's like. Of course, they're not gonna always do that, but like with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they can make like older Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like keep them going. Like with Harry Potter, you start watching at that age, you grow up with these characters, and then like by you're the same age as them, and like it's like I hear people talk about that, and like I grew up with the Harry Potter cast. I grew up with those characters watching the movies, and I'm like that's such a cool experience. And like some shows I can't think of the one right off the top of my head, but like some shows have done that where they've grown up with their audience, and they like. It's just awesome, man. It's just so cool.
If you're not gonna end the show like when it's doing bad, at least do that. Because like with the Ninja Turtles, obviously not supposed. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That idea alone is like dumb, but like we've grown up with these people, and they're really cool to people, and like you should make it towards adults too, because a lot of adults like like that stuff, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A lot of adults like it too. So if you're gonna make a new TV show, it's gonna catch the eye of adults. You should at least like with Gravity Falls, that was for kids, but like. Come on, like there's so much in it for adults that it was like practically an adult show, just meant for kids. Same with Star Wars.
That's what I hear about Steven Universe.
Yeah, Steven Universe.
That's why I never watched it. That's all I hear about it. And same with like Star Wars Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, definitely. There are a lot of shows like that.
Like Anakin goes behind a dude, puts like his hand over the dude's mouth or like over his face, something like that, and he just puts this lightsaber through the dude's chest. And you're like, fuck, that's messed up.
They know like Star Wars. Like the actual fans, not just people who are like, I like lightsaber, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mainly adults. But like no kids are gonna be like, oh yeah, this Anakin Skywalker from comic 132. Like they're not gonna know any of that. They're just gonna be like, he's Darth Vader, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll know the basic story, and they know
Yeah.
like Star Wars is for adults, but make a kids show that can be for adults as well. That's what
Yeah, that can have a shared audience,
yes,
basically.
because
And
with
this made me think of Last Jedi, which we'll talk about in a second. But
Yeah.
go with what you're saying.
oh yeah, basically like previous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shows have not been for adults at all. Like I don't know, it's just there needs to be some. I'm just thinking. Anyway, you go ahead.
So that made me think of Last Jedi, which not in the same context as like,
Mhm.
like looking at it as like with shared audience and everything. No, I'm looking at it like as a movie. I did not like Last Jedi, and like when I walked out of the theater, I was like, yeah, it was good. I literally said it was good. I didn't say it was really good. Like when I walked out of Force Awakens, I'm like that was an experience.
Mhm.
I loved Force Awakens when it came out, and same with Rogue One. I was like, dude, Rogue One was so cool. Like I was like, I really like Rogue One. But
Yes.
Last Jedi, walking out of it, I felt something different while watching it too. Like I can't be the only one who feels like there was something off about it.
There was. I will agree with that.
It was It's like it didn't feel like as much as like a Star Wars movie,
As it did, like it was aimed for
Yeah.
kids more, you know.
Not even that it was aimed for kids. It just didn't feel right. Like
Uh.
like there was so many questions that people want to answer, and I hear people commonly say, and I actually have a cousin who says, and he's not like someone who's just like trust me, I know him. He is not someone who just like think or uses someone else's opinion. He is like all my cousins on my mom's side basically are like in their early 30s. Like he is like
Yeah.
he's very like opinionated on like a lot of things. Like he was like he fell asleep during Force Awakens. He's like, I did not like that movie. He's like, and I'm a big Star Wars fan. I did not like that movie. He's like, but Last Jedi I hated. He's like just that movie. He's like, and like to be honest, because he's really in the game theory too. I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
He's really in the game theory. He's like, I was watching film theories, like, and I kind of feel like all those theories ruined it because he's like, film theory had better answers than the movie did, and
Yeah.
I was like, and this wasn't the first time I realized that. The Last Jedi gave us answers to questions that fans wanted answered, right?
Mhm.
But they gave us answers that sucked.
Yeah.
Like who is Snoke? Oh, Snoke's just a guy, and he gets killed. Like, what the fuck?
I feel
they
like that's
just-
not the actual answer. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on with that in a second, but like, go ahead.
like they just like get like your parents are nobodies. Like, okay, are you gonna keep going with this, or are you gonna fucking answer it? Like,
Yeah.
like I get it. You want to maybe like keep going for like a big reveal, but like at this point, like no one's gonna care about the reveal because it was so hyped up to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And like I feel, and a lot of people say they took the easy way out, like with things, and like just they gave us, like I said, they made Captain Phasma, and everyone was like, are they gonna Boba Fett this character? There's no way they're gonna Boba Fett this character.
Mhm.
And it's like, and then at the end they put her in the trash compactor at the end of Force Awakens. People are like, that's funny, but obviously she's still alive. And then they're like, yeah, she's still alive. She's gonna come back to me, cool. And then in the trailer they show her and Finn clashing. It looks fucking amazing. I'm like, yes, dude, this is what I want. I was really excited for Phasma going in.
Yeah.
What happens? Same thing that happened to Boba Fett. They get distracted, get hit, and then fall into an abyss. Same
Not
thing
good.
that happened to Boba Fett. They like, do you come on, dude?
Mhm.
Like. He did that, and then killing Snoke was a fucking awful idea.
Yes.
Just they did so many things I hated with the movie. And it's
Yeah.
just,
Here's my like pretty much picture of it. I think Phasma is not dead. I think she obviously I would love a like full out fight scene between the two. Would
I
have
will
been
say
awesome.
she's not dead too.
Yeah,
probably.
it would have been awesome. Like, and then at the end, like they were split apart for some reason, but they couldn't finish the fight, and there's so much beef between them. And then in the last episode, as they like to call it, one of them dies, or obviously Finn's gonna reign supreme. But anyway, I think a lot of the unanswered questions, like there's a third movie, and they knew that from the start. There's gonna be a third movie, so they're gonna answer them. I think they're totally gonna answer them in the final movie.
No, here's the thing: they answered the questions, but they gave us shitty answers.
Yeah, they should have let on a lot more. I'll say I think it's a good movie because of the good parts, like Yoda, and then I thought Luke was good. I didn't like how he just kind of threw the lightsaber away. That was kind of dumb.
Yeah, that fucking pissed me off. Like,
Yeah.
even though you don't want to get involved with the Jedi or like the Force or anything, still, this is a relic.
And that was
You
played
use
off
this to
as a
fight-
funny
yeah.
moment.
You used this to fight your father, who also used it while becoming a Jedi or while being a Jedi.
Mhm.
Like
He
that's
should have just
fucking- like
he should have just,
he should have looked at it and like had like some like like fucking feel something and then look at Ray and be like, "Where did you get this?" or some shit,
Yeah.
like something like that.
I know. I think he should have
like walk away.
I think he should have just looked at Ray while he was putting it down in the grass and walked away. He just put it down in the grass,
something like that. Yeah,
didn't throw it away, and like play it off as like a joke scene.
Yeah.
Like,
also, as much as like when Yoda showed up, I had a smile on my face that whole scene.
Same.
Going back and watching it, it doesn't make sense.
Really,
because he's a Force ghost, right?
Yeah.
He's touching Luke. He hits Luke, I think, at one scene, and then he makes a lightning bolt come out of the sky, and hit a tree.
The bolts,
what?
Like that. I didn't.
He's a Force ghost.
I didn't really.
Ghost.
What was even that? Like, what was the point of him being there? Like, I didn't. It was kind of, I don't know. I mean,
no, the reason they put him in there was so that fans were like, "Oh yeah, Yoda was in it."
Yeah, but like for story purposes, there really
no, there was no story purpose. I guess to destroy the text, but like
but like what was the point of the text either? That was like such a whatever.
Exactly, like I can't even remember. Like you know, it's forgettable when I'm like, oh, the sacred text as Luke's called
a MacGuffin.
I don't remember. I still don't remember.
It's such a MacGuffin, honestly. I will admit, like, I like the good parts for what they were. Like, I really liked them. Like, when Finn and Rey, I feel like that's everyone's favorite scene when Finn and Rey, or no, not when Finn and Rey, Kylo and Rey start fighting together, and then he does, like, the quick lightsaber thing, like, turn it off and on. But then they go right back to fighting.
Like, no, watching them fight was cool.
Yeah, that was actually really
But the context behind it wasn't. He's fighting Red Guards. He's fighting against the people he just worked with, and then it's like, and people are like, well, I kind of like the twist, and it's like, what everyone thought in that scene, let's be real, what everyone thought in that scene was Kylo was becoming good, right?
Yeah.
Then immediately, everything he just did there gets revoked, and the whole point was so he could take better control. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill Snoke so I can take his place. But like, it just sucks. It's just like, that's awful. Like, why the fuck did you do that? I think like there's.
Well, he wants complete power. I think that's
but like, oh, Snoke just dies that easy. Like, Snoke was able to connect two people who have no connection. He was able to connect them through the Force. That is a lot of fucking power. Yes. Leia and Luke could do that, but they were related. They were
and I think like
relatives.
I think
and he can do that, but he can't detect the lightsaber moving.
I think what if he was like using the Force for that scene? Like, I think he put them together just to see what would happen. Like, does he want complete power? Is he gonna turn on me? Like, that was a test or something. And since he's that powerful, I feel like he could replicate so much that like he was actually there. He was actually stabbed by the lightsaber. So I feel like maybe he was a Force ghost. If they don't do that, like, I don't know that. If he's actually dead,
maybe like he could live. Like, when the lightsaber went through him, I was like, maybe he can live through this.
Yeah,
but then he fell in half, and I'm like,
and here's my thing: like, half the people hate about this movie, like, there's still more to the story, and I'm waiting for that to happen in order for me to like start complaining about these things, because I'm scared that I'm going to be like, yeah, this part like really sucks, like, why did they do that? And then it's explained really well in the third movie. I just hope like, the third movie explains really good things, fixes up every bad thing about, you know, this the second movie. And I just, like, I don't know. I want it to complete everything.
Here's the thing. When you say, like, I'm waiting for the next part to complain about these and basically critique all these, the way I look at it is, like, yes, although you should critique the story as a whole, it's still a movie. Like, you're still putting out a film that has a story, because films are basically meant to tell a story. You know, films are made to tell you a story with, you know, like a protagonist, an antagonist, and a goal or whatever, things like that. And it's like, this movie does it, but then, like, although there's not answer to the story, it's basically just relying on the next movie. Like, movies shouldn't have to rely on the next one to give it context. Like, although we didn't know who Rey's parents were in The Force Awakens, although we didn't know everything, every little backstory in The Force Awakens, we were still like, it doesn't really matter to the story as much. Like, with this one, it's just like, it's so like, it's hard to complain because there's just like, just the shit they did in this movie was it's why?
I very much agree with you on that now, because like you said, it's relying on the new, like, it's not even a movie at that point. And I know in the last one we're like, oh yeah, the Avengers Infinity War didn't have to be a movie, but it still technically was, and it wasn't relying on anything else. Because I
don't know what people mean by like
a cliffhanger isn't really relying on the next movie. I wouldn't say that at all. It's basically setting you up for the next one. So
when people say Infinity War isn't a movie, you know, it still is a movie. Like, there's still like our heroes, a villain, and something that the villain, and like stopping the villain. Like,
a lot of people
still, like, we still see characters develop. We still see like all these little things. Like, it's still a movie, and people say, well, if you're saying that Star Wars like a movie's being made and then it has to like rely on the next one.
Yeah, that's not a movie.
And then you're like, well, if Infinity War had to rely on certain movies. Infinity War didn't rely on movies. Infinity War is the culmination of all these stories. Like, these stories were built up to lead to this.
Yes. And
They're
with
like,
Star Wars, like
don't tell me Last Jedi was like, this was built up to the Last Jedi. Because no, there's another fucking like episode. And it's just like the way it I don't know. It's just like fucking
there's
annoying.
so much difference between the two. Like with Infinity War, like I saw someone complain that the characters weren't introduced. Are you serious? Because like that has to be a joke.
Like
because
I said, it's part. It's a
part of the full story. And like the thing is, like they're like, oh, it's not a Captain America movie, so he should be developed. It's not a Spiderman movie, so he should be developed. Okay, well, Star Wars technically isn't a Rey movie. She doesn't have to be developed.
They didn't really develop Poe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I always say this. Poe is such like an annoying character. Like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Matt's muted right now, but here's my thought. I went from this movie's amazing, one of the best Star Wars movies ever, to I still really like it, to it's good. But now I'm like, it's alright. Alright. And that's kind of giving it a compliment.
I'm back.
What's up? I just told him how much I felt about, Last Jedi and all the things
Sorry,
I
had
felt
to
in this
do
conversation.
something,
Anyway.
I was talking about Oscar Isaac, and like I don't think he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
By any in my opinion, he's not a bad actor. I haven't even seen him enough to judge. Like in Force Awakens, he had basically like a Han Solo kind of hand me down, and then like in Apocalypse, we don't fucking that movie. I'm not saying that actor's bad. I just think that character kind of sucks. His writing is like really not good.
That's what I think about Hayden Christensen. Every time I say like Hayden Christensen is a good actor, people are like insane because like the director told him to be a whiny little brat, and that's what he played good as. So I mean, it was the direction the character was in.
Hayden Christensen is an okay actor. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's an okay actor. And like, yes, George Lucas's fucking writing was shitty. That's a fucking clearly obvious, and that played a huge part in his performance sucking so much. But even though, like, even just his delivery and lines sucked. Like, just like sometimes when he delivered lines, were just like, oh.
I liked him in Revenge of the Sith a lot, though. I like how I
thought he was like I said again with the delivery kind of pissed me off a lot, but he wasn't bad.
Well, him talking to Obi-Wan last scene. I know a lot of people think it's pretty bad, but like, I don't know. I thought it was good. I don't know, but yes, Star Wars.
We're not even talking about nostalgia anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we're just kind of basing whatever we're talking about. But let's talk about video games.
All right, let's talk about video games.
Here,
Anthony.
Yes.
What is your, if you have one, because I know it's a hard question.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite video game or a video game like series of all time?
Okay, it's so hard to answer favorite video game series of all time.
Definitely. Yes.
Or video game in general. Like I can every single time someone would ask like, what's your favorite video game right now? Easy answer for every single time. Right now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Injustice 2, just because I play
right now, God of War.
Yeah. But all time, like what you had the most fun playing with, of the most fun where you're like, oh, this is so good.
It's hard.
It's a hard question. Very hard question. Mine, for a while was Fallout New Vegas. And,
great game.
Yeah, because I don't play that many games, like I know about a lot of them, don't play a lot. And I would say I play a good amount, but it's just like, they're all like not top video game of all time. Like Madden, who would say that's the top video game of all time? It's just a football game that I have fun with.
Yeah. It's a football game that is like the same thing.
But I like it. We're talking like Deadpool. I sort of fun playing it. It's not the best game of all time, but it's so hard to answer this question because you'll play a bunch of games that are okay for what it is. It's just not a good game of all time, So a lot of people say the Arkham series. I would say so too. But with Fallout New Vegas, like I saw this YouTuber Venturian Tale play it. I was like, wow, this story is really cool. It seems really fun. I got it. I played halfway through. I was like, wow, this is great. But then I went on vacation and I just kind of stopped playing it.
Yeah, that happens to me like a lot with games. Like something so minuscule can like take me out of it, and it
Yeah.
sucks sometimes.
Like with Vacation, like you'll see another video game, like, oh, I'm so excited to play this because I have it, and
And then you forget.
and then you forget about the other one, and blah blah blah, because you've been playing it for so long that you're like, I want to move on to something else. But,
Like for me, I would say like the Metal Gear Solid series is like Metal Gear Solid, whatever you want to call it. That series is just like my favorite video game series for me, because like it has everything I want. It's wacky and I sound really fucking old. Holy shit.
Wacky.
It's wacky. Well, it is. It's like it's weird and like wacky in certain ways. Like what the fuck? Like Psycho Mantis like reading like your memory card.
That
Like,
yeah,
oh,
that,
you
I
like
saw
you
that.
like
That was really
Castlevania? Like that's fucking cool. And like having to beat him, you have to move it to the player 2 slot so he can't detect your moves.
cool. That was
Shit
very
like that's
nice.
cool. But there's also like a really good story behind it. Like Sniper Wolf's death, like even though she was an enemy, killing her fucking sucks because you shoot her and like you walk over like after you kill her, like or not kill her, you walk over to her and she's like dying, and then like Hal shows up and like him and her kind of like are close because like she doesn't not like him, like she just lets him walk around Shadow Moses, which is the island that you're on, and like you know they took kind of like that group took control of it, like Liquid's group took control of it and everything, and like him and her kind of have like a back and forth, and it's just like such an emotional scene, and like I just love those games. Like they're so like good, they're so cinematic, and like they're awesome. Like Metal Gear Solid 3 I would say is my favorite one because it's just awesome. Like it tells such a cool story, and like it's just great. Like it's just I love those movies so much. Metal Gear Solid 5 is like it's basically just like a modern Metal Gear. It's open world. It came out 2015, like the end of 2015. It's like it's open world, and I also think it's really good. It's like by video games that come out today, it's amazing. It excels because we don't get that many good video games nowadays. Sadly, yeah. Like that game excels above all the rest. But by Metal Gear standards, it's all right by Metal Gear standards because we've had so many good stories in the past. This story doesn't completely stack up to the other Metal Gears, but by a game wise, it excels. Like games that have come out in recent times you say are like really good, like I can like okay, for instance, we got Metal Gear Solid 5, Witcher 3, God of War, the newest one, God of War 4. Like what games do you think have come out recently that are really good? I haven't played Detroit. Would you say it is?
I would say, okay, for I take games for what it is a lot of time, and I'll get to that in a second. But like for what it is, it's so good. Like for a Telltale standard game, it's amazing. It's like it's what they're trying to go for, what they need to excel in. And I feel like for Detroit, it's really good. For game wise, though, I don't know, because a lot of people don't like it. Game wise, good, but like it's not one of the top games of all time. It's just pretty good.
Yeah, I know. But like, what would you say is like what games are you looking forward to? Because like,
obviously Spider-Man PS4.
Obviously Spider-Man. Yeah, we can talk all day about Spider-Man PS4.
Yes.
That game is fucking amazing.
Yes, it looks awesome.
Okay.
But
I have
some
a lot
parts
of
that are like,
about the game, but like besides the concerns, it's just
it looks so good, very nice.
Like I'm so excited.
Games I'm looking forward to. There are
Last of Us Part 2 for me.
Was We Happy Few out? Because that looks pretty cool.
I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was out.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I think it might be out, but I don't think it is.
I don't know. I think someone was playing it, but it could have been like demo or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a lot of games I'm looking forward to are PlayStation exclusives. Honestly,
yeah, they are rocking it with their exclusives. Like,
although people can shit on Sony for like the fact that they like, and I think it is kind of like annoying. I think it's kind of weird that like they won't like Nintendo and Microsoft are like partners now. Like I think they released like a thing that says like stronger together, and it was like really cool. It was like green and red, and you're like, oh shit, it's cool. And they were like tweeting back and forth about like, let's play Minecraft and shit. It was like, wow, that's kind of cool.
That was cool.
And like people were like, Sony, you should just do this. And they're like, no, they won't even like allow transferring from Xbox or Nintendo to like for your Fortnite accounts, which I'm not a big Fortnite guy, but you know, still like that's a thing. But they're exclusives. Holy shit! Like, they're amazing.
Dude, they have a billion. Like Xbox has a couple that are really good. Like Halo, is a good franchise. There's a couple others though that I found pretty cool.
So many weak points. That's sad.
Yeah, but then PS4 had that like for a while they had like the screen capture for 15 minutes. Oh yeah, for a while.
We're talking about something else.
Yeah, but Uncharted was like one of their only exclusive for the time. Also, Little Big Planet. But who would buy PS4 just for that? Now, God of War, Spider-Man PS4.
Oh my god, God of War.
Yeah,
I played through the story of that game twice, and just today I haven't played it, but just today the new game Plus came out. and you bet your ass I'm gonna be playing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's New Game Plus. You have to keep all your gear and skills you earned, and then you just get to play the whole game over again. Like, why wouldn't I do that again? I get an excuse to play the story again. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. God of War. I'm just gonna say it. God of War is everything I want in a video game. Perfectly. It's perfect. Like, God of War ranks up on some of my favorite video games of all time because we are still like younger for people that usually rank video games. Like, we're 15 and 14. Like,
we're not considered. We're not professional.
Like we weren't around for like the 80s and 90s era of games. I got to play the Metal Gear games and like old N64 games because of my cousins. That's why I got to play this, because I would go over their house and stay the night, and like I said, they're all older than me, so they had these games, and it's like we weren't alive for all these. So like a lot of people when they rank their favorite games will be like, oh, Chrono Trigger, which came out like in like the 90s, and like it's like or like maybe even 80s. I'm not even sure when Chrono Trigger came out. I just know that everyone considers that an amazing game. And like, what's that series called? It has Ness and Lucas from the fucking Smash games. Oh fuck, I can't think of it.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I have no clue what that is.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god.
Totally.
Oh my god. I had to search it. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah. But here, while he searches it, I'm just gonna do a bunch of lists of games that I want, but like I'm too lazy to just buy. Okay.
Earthbound. Okay, go. Wait, I want to hear your list. Actually,
real quick. Dragon Ball Fighter Z looks awesome. Graphics look good,
What
even
game?
though Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Graphics
oh my god, I'll get that game.
Somehow they look like an anime drawing.
They really do.
I don't know how they did that. Anyway, God of War. Everyone's saying it's amazing. I'm just not into those type of games. But then again, everyone's still saying it's amazing.
If you want an open world third person game, which they're my favorite type of the game.
A new. I originally said this Christmas list, but adding all the totals is like a bunch of money. So I'm just gonna say games I'm looking forward to. A new Madden somehow. It's probably just Madden 19. New MLB. Even though I'm not into baseball, it looks fun. Skyrim, which just for the PS4. Fallout 76 looks fun. Black Ops 4 looks really cool, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is like $30, and it has so many characters and worlds and stuff, and it's very
Here's the thing with me, like you mentioned Black Ops 2. Yeah. I have like been losing touch with first person shooters so much lately.
Yeah.
Like I just
there's so many now. Or no, there's so many, and then they kind of just gave up on that. Like people,
and then I see ones that, like, for instance, I played the beta for Titanfall 2, and I really like that. Like, there's a lot of ideas in that game, and I'm like, this is really cool. Like, you're reinventing first-person shooters. I'm like, I hear like nobody talk about Titanfall 2, and it's
it's like, oh my god, it's like $14 now. It's like 10 something, like 7.
It's like probably cheap as hell right now, and it's like it just looks like when I played the beta, I enjoyed it because there's so many different things you could do, and it's like it's still a first-person shooter, but like you can call in a Titan and like. It's just like you also have that combat, which is really cool. It's like there's like they really need to do something new with first-person shooters to get me to like. Not saying that first-person games aren't cool, because what I've really been liking now is first-person horror games. They're awesome. Like they're like the main ones that people like. If you say first-person horror game, people are gonna think of the Outlast games. They're gonna think of Resident Evil 7, Alien Isolation, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Although I hear a lot of people complain about Alien Isolation is really cool. Like you like hearing it, and then you gotta hide, and then like you see it walk in the room and like look for you. Like, what the fuck? This shit's cool. And like
totally.
Yeah, like dude, like first person horror games, they really get you in the experience.
Yeah.
Like,
and a lot of people give shit on like Five Nights at Freddy's now because like kids took over, but that concept like originally. It was very cool concept. You're just sitting in an office.
Some of the lore is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the lore. Like if you get into it now, it's so good. And like okay, like a lot of horror games, like you'll go to the horror, like you'll go to a house or something, or you're going into a room and the horror's there. The horror comes to you in those games, and I think that's really cool. But yeah,
that's a cool concept.
Anyway, freaking. You talk about first-person shooters, you're just not liking them.
Not right now, man. Like, even
until they do something good with them.
I need a lot. I need like 3 friends. I need like me plus like 3 or 4 friends to actually like enjoy CS:GO right now.
Yeah, totally. Like I don't know. I'm not really digging CS:GO too much. It was good. It was really cool, but then we did too many we did a lot of ops.
Just played too much.
Yeah, honestly, and there's really not that much for like cool things. There's really not that much to do. except for like surfing, and we did op games just for us and parent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
First-person
said
shooters are losing me right now. That's just me.
oh yeah, same honestly. But like it could be fun because I didn't play that many. I was kind of late on the video game thing, because like I don't know. I just never had an urge. I was always like a Nintendo kid up until like I was like probably 9. I was
Same, honestly, same. 9 was when actually was hilarious with me, and like if you know me personally, it's really a lot funnier. But if you don't know me personally, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like if you like for like especially Aiden and Joe, they knew me since like fucking like first grade.
Yeah.
We like when we all got our Xboxes, we were like PlayStation sucks, like Xbox 360, and like we had our Xbox Ones for so long. Fucking like December of 2016, I get a PlayStation 4 Pro, and I'm like, I got a PlayStation. Like, oh, you're switching sides, and they're like, you've always been an Xbox fan, and I'm like, I thought about it. My first ever console in my whole life was the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like I'm like kind of going back to my roots almost.
Damn.
Like it's kind of funny. And like I have played the PlayStation 4 Pro. Like I play like the big game, like the 2 big games I played on that have been Last of Us Remastered and God of War on the graphics mode that's only available for the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
It's
beautiful.
It's fucking amazing. I'm like, dude. I'm like, and like there's even little details at why I love it more than the Xbox One. Like already. Like here's why the Xbox One's better in a way. My friends are on Xbox. There you go.
If you're
that's
taking
where
into a console,
honestly, I think that's the biggest reason to pick a console. Like, let's be real.
Well,
like, what do your friends have?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
PS4. Most of them. But then,
school friends have that's the question you ask people. Like, what do your friends have? And it's like, oh, they all have Xbox. I go with Xbox, my dude.
Yeah.
Unless you're really, really feeling PlayStation, go Xbox. That's what I did. Like, it was natural when I hear like new Xbox or PlayStation coming out. Like then I was like Xbox. Now I'm probably gonna go with the next PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie. Totally. I even have a gaming PC and I'm still gonna get the next one.
I mean PS4.
I love PlayStation.
Yeah, they were like so when it first started, Xbox One and PS4. PS4 was technically better with graphics, even though there's like barely a difference. It was technically better with graphics and hardware in general. Then Xbox towered over them in graphics and hardware.
For a while, Xbox being better.
And PS4,
and then guess what? The exclusives hit.
Yeah, and then the PS4 came out with PS4 Pro. It wasn't doing amazing. It was just like, so whatever. And it's like they realized you buy a console for games. Came out with billions of exclusives, sold out on those. And now they have like a bunch of new features. Like, and also like they still have features that kind of go over Xbox. Like it has a built-in screen capture thing that you can just record up to 15 minutes for. So that's when I don't even have to like go and get a capture device. So I'm doing a thicket.
Xbox has the upload studio where you can do that.
Yeah, but then it has its own editor in there too. So it's like PS4 like has an editor, has a recorder.
Xbox got that.
You can upload it just in there. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not defending. Like that's what you can do that on Xbox. I'm not defending Xbox. Like I personally think the PlayStation 4 is a better console.
Yeah, just for like games, and like I
like,
don't know. It has I think the layout's a lot more like cooler in my opinion. Like I'll see my friends go on their Xbox thing. Hopefully my mic's not like blasting through the ears this whole episode because it's peaking every single time. Anyway, but I'll like I'll see my friends like go through the Xbox layout. I'm like, I mean, it's all right. It's like a lot though, And like with PS4, I feel like it's just more smoother, but like yet more complex somehow. And I did an update that was better too, but I don't know.
But like, here's the way I feel like when I have like my plate. Well, like when we were down the shore, like we like basically where everyone hang out, including my parents, like was in the living room.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like a big living room with a TV like right there. And like when you just have the PlayStation on the menu screen, it's just kind of like I feel like it looks more like it fits in more with like a room.
Yeah,
like,
just a nice.
With the Xbox screen, it's like I don't even know. Like, there's something about it. Like with the PlayStation, like has the music and like the blue background,
and it looks like a game console thing. And like with Xbox, it just looks like I don't know, like some really overly complex TV.
You're trying to
like
Windows 10 into like
it looks like a computer and like that really doesn't fit.
Windows 10 in it, like
so
Microsoft you can't blame, but like still it's like
and I've always been biased about like what console. I've never been an Xbox kind of guy because I've had 2, 3, and now 4. But I was really late to Xbox 360. Like everyone already played GTA with all their friends. Everyone played Minecraft with all their friends. I got PS4 with Minecraft in it, and like I played with Joe for like 5 minutes. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just kind of not used to it. I don't like it anymore." And like you guys were playing games and I didn't have, and once I got it, you guys were over it, or you had Xbox.
Oh, this is when you got the 360.
So, yeah, I was really late. Like I had back in 2013, I got 360, and you guys were playing GTA. I didn't have the game. I got GTA. You guys were already on Xbox One at that point, so it was like I was really late. So I guess that's another reason why I'm not biased against Xbox ever. Like I was never biased against Xbox. So I don't know. I was always
like
PS4
I was always biased for Xbox. I'm like, yo, like.
I feel like
has just been
the
console.
Yeah.
It's like this was it. Like I've been an Xbox boy, but then like when I look back at it, I'm like I grew up with PlayStation, and like the consoles I've had, I still had my PlayStation 2. I think my sister traded in the one to like GameStop or something. My consoles have been PlayStation 1, 2, and now 4. My cousin let me borrow her 3 for a while, and that's when I played The Last of Us. And now I have it remastered on my my normal PlayStation, my PlayStation 4. I'm sitting.
The thing
4.
is, like you got
I
used
had
to playing with friends, had so many good times with Xbox 360, so that's how you were biased, you know?
Yeah, I like all my friends are here. I have so many fond memories. It's like, like, why wouldn't I be for Xbox? And like when I hear the next PlayStation, I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
yeah. That's just how. And the argument back then was so like dumb. We were just like, oh yeah, it just sucks, man. It just does,
like,
man. Everyone's on
kids,
here.
and we were just like, yeah.
Now we have to use like actual things. Like if you have to say, a lot of people just, it's kind of hard to go against PS4 in these situations because these consoles are made for games. So that's what you want. And people like use the argument still today, like PS4's sticklers. That's why it's just it's an exclusive, man. You can't argue with that. They just got the games first.
Like when I think of Xbox exclusives, I'm like, it has Halo and Forza. And Forza sucks. And Halo isn't even
good anymore.
Has Uncharted, God of War, The Last of Us. It's getting Days Gone soon, which looks honestly like kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's getting Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. The most, like, probably the most popular superhero ever. I think.
Yeah, like him. Like, okay, when people say who's the most popular superhero, it's Batman, Superman, Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's those three. And they're
like,
all
I feel
they're
like,
all equal. Like
I feel like any average Joe on the street could name all of their identities, but like they couldn't, like just an average Joe, not Joe, because I'll bleep out that last name, but he knows like pretty much everything and anything. He's
like us. He's like me and like you. And it's
but like if you ask someone like
what's Aquaman's secret identity? No one's gonna know. It's like
what's Deathstroke's identity?
Like, it's Arthur Curry. Like we know. Like with Wonder Woman, it's like it's Diana. Well, her last name I think has varied like several times. Diana Prince, I think it was. Like
yes,
I know Diana Prince. Arthur Curry.
Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, like, but no one would be able to, you know. But with Spider-Man, people know that last name. Everyone, you know,
that's Peter Parker.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows the name. And with like
that's
pure,
Wayne,
this is something, this is something like kids can enjoy because Spider-Man. Any person, you know, just on the street because they can swing around. But like for Spider-Man fans, there's so much in there for us, and this was made for the fans. And I think that's so cool that they did that. Like they have actual people who know Spider-Man doing this, and like. I don't know. I feel like it's like because people on the internet's always like, "Oh, this thing sucks," or "The swinging sucks," or "You can't do this and that." And I feel like someone just grabbed someone off the internet to make this game, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was. This is perfect. Like for Spider-Man PS4, holy shit! It's I have concerns, obviously, and like one of my biggest concerns, and I will still openly state this: I feel like there's too many villains. And like it's obvious there's gonna be villains that just get pushed aside, and like you kind of see that even in the trailer. Like I feel like Vulture's just gonna suck in the game.
Yeah,
like he picks up Spider-Man. He's like we meet again, and then like he even says like webs him in the face, and that's it. Like it's like yes, there's probably gonna be more to it, and there's probably be a really cool boss fight.
Yeah, I think that's what I think. Like the boss fights are gonna be so creative that like I'm just gonna fly over my head because you gotta still think it's a game, and I feel like it's gonna be fan service for how many villains there are because you get to fight this guy who you haven't been able to fight before in a game.
Yeah, and but like I also don't want them just to include a villain for the sake of we have multiple villains.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you're gonna put a villain, I want them to be like, yo, that guy was dope in the game. Like he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I want to have that thought. Like,
Mhm.
like the first villain we were introduced to was Mr. Negative, and I'm like, yo, this guy, like his design's cool. Like this dude just looks cool. Like why the fuck
Yeah,
not?
totally. And like a lot of people will make the argument like, oh, I want a D-list character to be the main villain, but why? Like I don't know. I mean, I guess
I
like,
see
you gotta
where
put
they're
him in a
coming from
spotlight.
with that.
Yeah, you gotta put him in a spotlight, but still, like you don't have to. You know, I'll be fine with anyone being the main villain, or not
Honestly.
anyone, but but like a lot of them. Like Sandman, I'm down. You know, Rhino down. Anyone.
I feel like they can't
Except for,
hold
like,
up
Black Cat.
their own. I feel like they can't hold up their own, but like I see what you mean by that. Like
Yeah.
villains that I want to be like the main like villain, like give me. I'm that guy who's like, yes, I want like the main villain. I want them to be like, I think they can maybe do Mr. Negative, but even like only because he has that tie to Aunt May, and he has two personalities.
And I feel like
same with like Green Goblin, he can obviously be a main villain. Doc Ock can obviously be a main villain because like people like are just like, yeah, they're main villains, but like with people like Rhino, it's like you're gonna really have to try really, really hard to make him like a
and if
really
it's like,
good, like main villain.
If it's a small story with like the small, it's like not small villain, but like not one that can destroy whole cities with like if you're gonna make this small story, you can get D-list characters, but like if you're trying to make this huge, awesome game with like so much in it, like I feel like you kind of basically at that point you kind of need a huge main villain because if you're gonna make this huge awesome
that's why
story,
I think like
and like if it's single
player,
as well, you gotta rely on the story a lot, and even when you're done the story, they said there's so much more to do that you won't stop playing for months and months because there's so much to do.
Good, like I hope that's what it is. 'Cause with me it wasn't months and months, but like with God of War, like that game, my dude,
there's so much, like Skyrim too. Oh my god, like it's all
like,
the story.
Oh my god, Skyrim has a ton of shit.
Yeah, if you're looking to just defeat the dragon, people have speedrun it in like a couple, like 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, like defeating Alduin. Like,
yeah.
Let's be real. The main story of that game is good, but it's not that good. Like, where the game shines is the side quest.
Yeah, pretty much
I play Skyrim. I play Skyrim for the side quest.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie with that. And back to like what I was saying about God of War is like after I beat that game's story, I was like, I haven't had a game affect me like this in like too long, man. Like, this game was visually amazing. Everything about the game was good. Like I can't think of a bad thing about God of War. The one bad thing I can think about was like people like to complain about how like the bosses were the same, and I'm like, I kind of see that. Like they're all like variations of the trolls, but like there was like for me like, and this doesn't happen with me enough. I feel like this doesn't happen to me often, but like the boss fights that weren't just the troll, like these giant like beasts that were all basically all the same, maybe like different powers a little bit, was all the boss fights with like Baldur or like Thor's kids were like they just overshadowed it so much.
Yeah,
like that boss fight when Thor's kids show up, you're like, this shit's about to get real.
Yeah,
and like it's just so good.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's just.
I mean,
great.
I like boss fights as long as they're not overly hard and like. They can be hard at the end and stuff like, but I don't want them to be overly hard to the point like where you're thinking like it's impossible. But like
and like a thing I heard from people who played Spiderman PS4 at E3 for the 4 hours, they said it was surprisingly like it was like kind of a challenge on normal. They're like it was actually kind of a.
I like that.
I'm like they're like it was kind of a challenge, and like with God of War, it has like give me a story, and then it's like give me a balanced experience, and then it's like give me a chance. So it's basically easy as give me a story, give me a balanced experience is like I want to still play a game. Give me a challenge is like it's mainly gameplay focused. Like I want to fight this. I want to fight the villains. Give me God of War is like I want to suffer. I don't want to be playing this game. People have said that like I played Give Me God of War just to prove that just to say I could because and like people are like just getting through the first encounter with enemies is hard because of like God of War. Like it's just a pain. Like for Give Me God. Like I beat the story. I'm like I want more. So then like what did I do? I played the story again. Then what did I do? I got the best armor in the game fully maxed out. I did like almost everything in the game. I did all the side quests. I found all the collectibles, killed all of Odin's ravens, which was 51. I platinumed the game.
Yeah.
And I when I platinumed it, I'm like, holy shit, I platinumed the game. And then I was like, now I'm kind of addicted. Now I literally just rebought. I'm not gonna lie. So we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 5 earlier. I just rebought Metal Gear Solid 5, the definitive edition, or the definitive experience, which comes with Ground Zeroes, which is like a 2-hour game that came out. Like it was sold at half price because it's literally just to set up Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours long. That's it. And then like it comes with that and Phantom Pain for $20 on the PlayStation 4. And I literally rebought this game. Rebought a game just so I can play it. So I can play it on the PlayStation 4 and platinum it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
what? That's very nice.
Yeah. like because and it's like for some another thing about PlayStation, platinuming a game has a way bigger impact than unlocking all the trophies on Xbox.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not,
It
when you get an
really
Xbox
nice.
trophy, it's kind of cool. Like it's like okay, yeah. But when you get a trophy in PlayStation, you're like, all right, I got a trophy. But when you're like, holy shit, I can get the platinum trophy.
Yeah.
That
Dude,
sounds
that's what
awesome.
every single
And then
game.
when you get it, it's like,
Awesome.
yes,
Yeah,
I got
and
a
then like
platinum
next
trophy.
to your name, like almost all the time, will say like what you are like based off of like trophies. It'll have like a
how
number
many
next to you.
how many gold.
Yeah,
So
it'll have
how
a
many
number
platinum you got?
It'll have a number next to you of
Yeah.
how good you are with like trophies and stuff. So it feels really rewarding. Like I feel like with Xbox trophies, it doesn't feel rewarding enough. Like
It
with
doesn't.
PS4, it's like it feels rewarding to get it. And like a lot of the games, like I'll play on a lot of games, like when I get them, easy because I don't, I just kind of want to play the story, have a good time. With Spiderman PS4, I'm gonna put it on normal just because first of all, I'm doing a series.
I play every game on normal.
Yeah,
I play every game on normal. Not gonna lie, but
and because I'm doing a series on it, and I'm
That's cool.
I want to like have more entertainment and also like boss fights. I want them to feel rewarding because I played New Vegas on freaking normal, and every single time I beat someone, it felt really rewarding. I was like, I'm never gonna play on normal again because it's too hard. But like, probably
you actually enjoyed it.
A bunch of months ago, like I was like, man, I should play normal. But like a lot of the games I played since then, I don't really want a challenge or anything. I just kind of want to play it. With Spider-Man PS4, I want to have this full experience, like a rewardment of like
I've already said to myself, you want to really feel it.
Exactly.
Like I said to myself, like when I get this game, when I play Spider-Man PS4, I'm platinuming it.
Yeah.
But
totally.
When I play it through my first time, it's like I'm not gonna go, let's platinum it. No, I'm gonna play through literally a ton of side missions, all the whole story, all the DLC before I even get to platinuming it. Like I'm literally gonna do that. I like to do that with games. I'm not gonna go like let's platinum. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna play through the whole story, a lot of the side missions, maybe all of them, and like the DLC before I decide to platinum it. Because I'm like platinuming is like where you are gonna enjoy yourself, but you're not gonna enjoy yourself that much. Let's be real,
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like a great experience. It's gonna be like this kind of sucks a little bit, like especially when you're going to get the collectibles. It's kind of like it can be annoying. Like it's gonna be a drag.
But I feel like with Spider-Man PS4, it's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah. Like with God of War, it was great. I'm like, I had to go kill all these ravens, and like, yes, people get annoyed with that. I was like, I don't like, but just revisiting old spot. Like I don't know. There's just something like that game is so good. Like I could just play. I could just go get collectibles, and I enjoy it.
Dude, like when I say I'm gonna do a series on it, I'm just gonna do the story and like I'm gonna do all the rest on my own because I kind of want to just chill out.
Yeah, and then like do the DLC. Probably.
Like Blitzwinger and the other guy. There's two main Let's Players that just kind of uneditedly like just upload the gameplays. Like Blitzwinger and someone else. Yeah, Brad Rad. They are very like cool.
Rad.
I really like those guys.
You said Brad Rad.
Oh yeah, Rad Brad.
Rad. Yeah, I really like them.
Because like if I want to see a game, because like I'll look at a game that's like really cheap. I'm like, oh, is this worth it? And I'll look at like I'll search up like what the game is, and first up is like Rad or like Blitzwinger.
Oh, cool. So, it's always him.
Yes,
I always see him. Like them, both of them. I'm like, they always like the first.
It's always unintentional too. Fuck? It's like you don't never hear your friends talking about Rad or Blitzwinger. Like, dude, you should totally watch them. They're funny. It's just like.
It's just they're there. It's like you watch them, like
I know. We all watched them once or twice. I mean, if you're a gamer, you know what I mean. But no.
Yeah,
but like,
I think like the one series where I really started getting into Rad Brad was the Arkham Origins series.
Oh, totally. When
I watched, I was like, dude, this guy's cool. Like, holy shit.
Wait,
like, he plays the whole game.
He played the whole game,
and Jacksepticeye's gonna do the series on that. Which I'm super excited for.
Jacksepticeye's a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, he played on Spider-Man 2. He's like, man, I can't wait till Spider-Man PS4 comes out. I'm gonna do a review on this.
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what he thinks of it. I'm not gonna see any other Let's Plays. I'm just gonna straight up. I'm gonna record
Oh
it
no!
and then
Like
have
I
a timer
said,
for 15 minutes.
when September 6th hits,
Yeah.
I am staying on. I'm turning all my notifications off my phone.
Oh, totally same.
I'm staying off Twitter.
I'm
staying
unfollowing all the Spider-Man account, like Marvel accounts that I
I'm
follow.
not unfollowing now. I'm just turning my notifications off for Twitter.
Oh, you can also mute them too on things. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm turning notifications off for Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Even Snapchat. I'm turning like all these I'm getting off social media.
Yeah.
Like that's just what I'm doing.
And just because I don't want any spoilers, I don't want.
I do not want to be spoiled. And I bought the collector's edition, and that shit's not getting shipped to me until like the 10th,
13th
through the 13th.
Yeah.
And like,
oh my god,
I don't want to get spoiled. And like,
that
sucks. But like, what I like about it is like they really like care about the people that got the collectors. They're like, yo. Yeah. The statue is a huge spoiler. When you open the box, there's another box with the statue in it.
Exactly.
Like,
that's nice. That's very
nice. You. That's common sense.
So you don't have to get your parents to.
I don't have to be like, yo, Ange, can you fucking?
Exactly.
Can you open this for me and get the game out?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't trust my sister to.
Yeah, she'd be like, here it is, and you turn around and she has it.
Yeah, she has the statue. I didn't get the collector's edition, I got the digital deluxe, so I legit get it like the second it comes out, which is very cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna, like, I'm not gonna, obviously, because I have school time.
I did that with, like,
so I'm gonna go to school.
Yeah, I did it with, like, Skyrim Remastered, and it was like,
I'm gonna be
I got it I remember, like, waiting till midnight to get it, and I was like.
I think, like, if I start playing it at midnight, I'm gonna think about it way more than if I wasn't playing it. If I didn't start, like, in school, it's going to distract me way too much. Once I get home, I'm going to start recording, and I'll have a timer for 15 minutes, and once it stops, I'll stop recording. I'll, like, do an outro or something, upload it. Then start recording again, like, right afterwards, and do 15 more minutes, and then stop and upload until I feel like stopping. Because it's, like, so easy like that. I feel, oh, man, that's going to be so fun.
Yeah. And, like, what we should do, like, after you're done playing, like, after we're both done playing the game, and, like, Joey, like,
yeah,
we should all just get together and like do a review like in person.
Oh yeah, totally.
And like upload it.
And let's not even talk about it until we're all done the game. Like not even.
I'm gonna be off messages.
Yeah, like, we're not gonna say like, oh, this game seems really cool. Like I'm not even gonna talk about it.
The only time I'm going on Snapchat is to, like continue our streaks. Like that's basically
honestly,
it. Like,
I'm afraid.
That's basically it.
I thought that was Colin. You sound like Colin. Or no, that was me playing through your mic. Anyway, I sound like Colin. Anyway. We should also agree if we want to do like a recording or something. Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, like I think like we should definitely like when we all get done the game like you meet up in person and like do like a review like at like your house or something or like my house.
Yeah, if we want to record it, we could go to your house and I'll just record it, put it up on my channel.
Yeah, well that'll be
awesome. Anyway, so we have reached almost the hour mark. Let's just drag it out for 2 more minutes. Let's just reach an hour. Spiderman Ps4.
We haven't reached the hour mark yet? The hell?
Yeah, we're at 58 minutes.
All right, let's drag this shit out.
2 more minutes, boys. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about the series. It's just going to be a bunch of 15 minutes things. I'm probably not going to put a thumbnail until afterwards because I just want to book it. Like, I want to put a title, put a description, upload it, then start recording again. Title, description, upload it, start recording again. Because also, like, recording and uploading games once they come out is good for you, but there's so many other bigger YouTubers that people would rather
you know
watch.
What I would do? I would actually do a thumbnail, but like the thumbnail should just be like a picture of the Spider-Man from the game, like
Google
Images and numbers.
Yeah,
because like don't be that asshole who puts a spoiler in the thumbnail. You know?
Oh
yes. With your luck, you're like you know how it randomly picks, it'll randomly pick an image from the video to make the thumbnail.
Yeah. It's gonna be like
with your luck,
Green
it's
Goblin.
Gonna be like you. Yeah, with your luck, it's gonna be like Green Goblin like, swooping you out of the fucking sky.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But not awesome. But you know, I'll probably like after I'm done booking those episodes, and when I'm done for the day, I'm gonna like put in thumbnails. I'm already gonna have like preset like number 1 through like probably 10 already on my computer, and then just put thumbnails on
just do it before the game comes out. It's easy Photoshop too.
Yeah,
it's just numbers.
I don't even have to do Photoshop. Like most of the time when it's really easy, I'll just do it in Windows Paint, like just put numbers there, and then I have like this cool font that like a lot of YouTubers use, so I'll just use that. And then like once I'm done, I'll put the thumbnails on the videos, like edit them and stuff. So yeah. 1 more minute to go, Matt. What's your input on how's life going?
How's life? Life's all right, you know.
Life's very good.
here's why I say life is all right. I'm excited to start high school. Like,
Same.
honestly, I'm genuinely excited, but I have the summer reading book, and I'm only halfway
Ooh.
through, and it is starting to drag big
Yeah,
time.
I'm so happy. Like I always say like, yeah, I don't have a summer reading book, but I really don't like to brag now like a lot about it. But I don't have a summer reading anything. I don't have any summer thing. So I am so excited for the school. Because
Yeah.
like everyone, they said like it's guaranteed that you're gonna leave like college ready, and I'm so happy about that because like
Yeah.
I feel like the school we went to left me without like remembering anything. They say
Yeah.
they teach you stuff like that you'll remember it somehow. And they always have like a lot of the time they have a college just saying like, wow, this guy knows their stuff. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, with my school, like for instance, like I think there was one girl that like graduated from the school I'm going to, which is like, has like a ton of art programs like music and everything. Her painting was bought by someone who works at the school. Like, they liked it this much.
Really?
They're like, holy shit, how did you like? They like it that much, and like her paintings get sold all the time. I'm like, fucking damn. Like, I hear colleges who like this person is now living in California and is a producer on HBO. I'm like,
Holy
what
crap.
the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's what I'm going for. Like, yes,
Yes.
dude, I'm so excited. And like, although I have summer reading, it's like, I like, okay. It's really hard to get into the school, and I'm surprised I got it. I'm not gonna lie,
same with my school.
Yeah, I'm really surprised I got in. There's no tuition. Like,
yeah, same. Oh my god, that's so nice, dude. This school
I
like
get free lunch and breakfast, like free. I'm like every day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
what?
nice.
And then like
I get free breakfast, but I have to pay for lunch.
Since it's like a public school, technically public, but it's like really hard to get into. We get off for every holiday. Because, like, there's people of all different, like, religions and shit. I'm like,
yeah, mine's.
I'm all right with this.
Oh
school.
my god, that's cool. Yeah, I have a charter school, and I'm pretty sure we get off like every other holiday. So it's like a lot of off days. And since it's charter, it's not like I have to follow archdiocese rules. So we don't have like specific days that we have to go. It doesn't have to be like you have to go for at least 180 days. It's like
like with my school, it's like. Although I do start early, I start like August 27th, and you start like 3 days after me. Although I start early, we don't even have supplies list until the first day of school.
Same.
So like the first day of school, we're gonna go meet people, and that's basically like it. And then like, so what? And then like I'm thinking about, I'm like, yes, I start earlier than most people, but I get out like the very beginning of June. I'm completely fine with that.
Yes.
Like. Like I'm so fine with that.
And
I'll
like,
have like a good like 3 months to actually like
Yeah, and you're off on like all the holidays too, so it's like that's also a plus.
I'm fine, my dude.
Yeah, they said like we're going on Thursday, but we're not starting actual school till like the next Tuesday afterwards. So we have basically 3 days of just learning the school, and that's so cool. Like they make you feel comfortable, and like
and we have like
seems
we even
so
have
prepared.
a day like this Thursday. I'm going to school to have an orientation. Like they're gonna walk us through all our routes to each class. Like, here's your route, basically, and we're like, okay. And then like, here's your roster. Here's when your lunch.
Dude,
having like, but they're not just emailing it to us. They're actually having us come in and show us walk our route, like with seniors.
That's
we're like, yo, that ass. Here's what you gotta do, and it's like, all right, bet. Like,
I really love the way my school's just because it seems so much more prepared than what the school I just went to. Because it's like they know what they're doing, like they don't make you feel like uncomfortable or like anything. And also the students that are going to my school are so damn funny. Like honestly, every time I go, like there's another student coming up and just saying something. Like she said, all right, students that go here, like go ask them some questions because like the teacher's like asking her questions and they're like, all right, now have a group discussion. And the guy comes over and we're like, what was she saying? He's like, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Just say something.
Like I heard like one kid actually make a joke when we went there one night. This lady was like, all right, line up in alphabetical order and like get a bag from the school. And like this one kid was like, prison ass. I was like, what the fuck? Like I heard like one kid like make one comment and I was just like, this is kind of funny. Like so
anyway, so we've reached 1 hour and 4 minutes. So we had a nice discussion about school. Anyway, back to school time. I feel bad for you who are all stuck in your terrible, crappy schools and everyone that's going
Damn, you sound like an ass.
Yeah, I feel bad for you and also people bleeping that one out, but you know who I'm talking to. Anyway, we're done. Goodbye. Goodbye.